Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. I'm Dr. Ken Jorgen, speaking on behalf of the Racine Equality Project, a group of civic-minded citizens who have discovered very disturbing activities and actions on the part of elected officials and non-elected administrators of the City of Racine. As a person who has a history of involvement in social justice and civil rights issues, I was invited to review materials covering the behavior of certain officials and to make comment on them. My involvement with civil rights and social justice goes back to the open housing marches led by Father James Graffi in Milwaukee, and has continued with such activities as being the chairman of the Racine Intercity Council on Substance Abuse when it was first founded, and most recently serving as chairman of the Racine Coalition for Peace and Justice. What I read and was shown on video recordings convinced me that there are several areas of concern that need to be addressed in our local government. These materials have also been shown to independent investigators from outside the Racine community, and they have arrived at the same conclusions that I have. There are several issues that call for action, but the one that we are focusing on today, because it has already raised significant anger within the community, is the issue of the local public access television station, Car 25. Attorney Vince Bobbitt from Milwaukee is going to say a few words. Mr. Bobbitt is a private attorney in Milwaukee who is a former policeman and a former judge, and he's recently represented some people in Racine who have had complaints against the city, so he has some experience in this area. Mr. Bobbitt?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Attorney Vincent Bobbitt, and the reason why I'm here is I don't think any of the individuals that are here want to fight with City Hall. What they've told me when they first contacted me is we want to work with City Hall, we want to bring Racine back, and we want to see Racine prosper. However, that's not going to happen if we don't face the realities that exist within this community and some others. Namely, we have to have even playing fields and fairness, and we have to follow our own rules when we want to do things within the City of Racine or any place else. So I've been retained by several individuals within Racine to fight for this, to do the right thing, and I intend to continue to do that, and I support their efforts to make Racine a better place to live and to work and to raise your family. Thank you.
We heard, and I've been going to city council meetings because of our resolution. I've been going there all winter. So anyway, I've been observing things, and and I couldn't believe this. So we were there, and we heard all the objections to giving this media project to the new media group, which is called Skies Fall or something like that. And we heard all the objections, you know, that there was no transparency, that the bids became early and they were done kind of without anybody knowing about it, and the council didn't ask the mayor to do that, and no citizens asked the mayor to do that, that it was going to cost $67,000 more in the first year because they need equipment, that Skies Fall Media doesn't have experience with public access TV, and I think that's, for the most part, So anyway, at about 5 after 9, we heard this whole discussion. We've been going regularly. 5 after 9, we went home because we knew what the decision would be. But I wanted to see who was going to vote, how people were going to be voting. Right. So we go home, we turn on the television, this is like about 10 minutes later, and we find out that it's passed, that they've given the contract to this new Sky Falls Media. It's like we're looking at each other like, are we nuts? Did we not hear everything that was there? And then, of course, the next day in the newspaper, it said that Skies Fall Media got the contract. So, I mean, this is, I don't know how this happened. Like, was there a pre-decision? Did they talk about it in the hall and decide, in the halls when you go to get a drink and stuff? I mean, you know, it's
all right. Well, it was, yeah.
So anyway, that's why I'm here, because like I was a witness to this, you know. So when Dr. Ken Jorgen said he was going to be doing this, I certainly came.
All right, well, thanks for your comments. Really appreciate it.
Right. What kind of questions do you have from...
You know, she brought up an interesting the question from the lady from Journal Times about the discussion that went on at the Common Council. To me, there was too much false information put out at in that discussion. For instance, calling Kona said that all the staff was going to be hired, and we knew that was false right from the beginning.
Well, you
So,
know,
what good is it? What good is a discussion if you're dealing with a lot of false information? I guess.
well, according to the statutes that I've read and stuff, when you falsify to City Hall or falsify to, you know, to gain an advantage and stuff, that's basically it comes out to whatever form that you're putting in. It can be an ethics violation, or it can also be criminal. So, you know, I had an opportunity to review the complaints and some of the videos that were established, and you know, I believe that there's been some definite misrepresentations or some falsehoods and stuff going on as far as the Card 25 process. I applaud these folks and stuff for stepping forward, because once again, the citizens of Racine and stuff have the right to petition their government.